Welcome to Prospect, a data curation and visualization plugin for WordPress websites. Please bookmark prospect.unc.edu. This website has all of the latest information concerning the Prospect plugin, as well as tutorial videos and a comprehensive manual. Let's start with the Prospect data model. Prospect uses the term record for each discrete entry of data. In a spreadsheet, each record would correspond to a row. Likewise, in a spreadsheet, each column of information in Prospect is called an attribute. Collectively, a series of records and their attributes are referred to as a template. Prospect can use any record data that is stored in WordPress, whether it was imported from spreadsheets in comma-separated values, or entered manually using a Prospect data record form, or generated by other WordPress plugins. When you define an attribute, you configure specific information about it, such as data type. In the case of numbers and dates, you need to specify the minimum and maximum range of values. Prospect can currently support the following data types. Text, a single textual entry without any limitations of format imposed upon it, such as a name or a description. Number, numerical values, currently only integers. Tags, one or more short textual descriptors. Dates, a single date or a date range. Vocabulary, oftentimes called a fixed vocabulary, a pre-selected and limited set of discrete options, such as male, female, or unknown. Lat-long, a latitude-longitude coordinate on a map with a comma separator, such as 2.36772, 53.091. XY. This data type is an XY coordinate on a Cartesian grid with the x-axis reversed with a comma separator, such as 319, 88.48. Image. The URL to a JPEG, PNG, or GIF file. Link. The URL to an external web page or another web server. Audio. The URL to an MP3 file or to a SoundCloud audio recording. YouTube. The code for a YouTube video rather than the entire URL. Transcript. The URL to a text file that has been formatted with timestamps, which must conform to a rigorous standard, as mentioned in the Prospect manual. Timecode. Start-stop timecodes for an excerpt from a recording, which must conform to rigorous standard, also mentioned in the Prospect manual. Pointer. The record ID of another record. Some visualizations use pointers to draw connections between items on displays. The inspector and record pages also turn IDs of pointer attributes into links to associated record pages. Join. The record ID of a record from a dependent template whose data will be added to this record at runtime. For further explanation, please see the pointer and join attribute usage section in the Prospect manual. Attributes of text, vocabulary, number, and dates data types can have legends. A legend specifies how a visualization should translate an attribute value into a color. For instance, looking at the film example as accessed through the UNC Prospect website, we can see this is a date attribute. Each date has to have a specified and defined range, and then within that attribute you can define a legend. Here we see a legend that corresponds to various date ranges. These colors are how Prospect translates record values into colors within its visualizations. This concludes the Prospect overview video. Additional videos will address specific areas of Prospect in detail.